What's up, everybody? Oh man, I was just laying there trying to sleep, and my brain's just going. My brain's just going, and just thinking about just everything, man. Think about my mom. Just thinking like my job, living here. I'm just listening to the sounds outside, listening to my thoughts, my own thoughts. Thinking about my dad. Just thinking about all the people throughout my life that are now gone. And I'm like thinking too much. I think it's good to be thinking, but you can't think too much. And that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking myself into almost an anxiety attack, apparently. But thinking's good because keeps things real. And sometimes I feel like, yeah, there's people around me, um, but I'm just really like isolated, man. And I could have someone right next to me, literally, even though there isn't, but I'm just saying, figure of speech. If I could have someone next to me and I'd still feel like have feel alone, you know? Doesn't matter if there's people around me, if I'm somewhere by myself, I still feel that alone feeling, you know? And that I realize I'm here for a short time and I don't know when I'm going to have to leave this place, and who knows what happens after that. You know, and like all of us, someday the earth's going to be barren. And then after that, like, I don't know. I'm just thinking too much. So what happens when you don't do drugs and alcohol? Your brain tends to start going. I explained that in some of my other videos. Part of the reason why I think I did drugs and drank alcohol, because without it, my brain just is overtime, man, like thinking too much. And, alcohol, drugs were a way to cope. And, you know, I'm not doing that now. And it's just, everything's right there, in my head. And I know what's in the future. And as I, what's bugging me is the future is death. A lot of death. Maybe my death, for sure. Everybody else, who knows who goes when. But sometimes when I'm thinking a lot like this, and all I see is just death coming. It's like I'm waiting for someone to die or me to die, something to die. Fuck, man. It's like, it's about enough to drive someone crazy almost. Like, it's about enough to drive people to drink and do drugs. And that's probably part of the reason why I was drinking and doing drugs most of my life. Because reality is pretty harsh sometimes, especially when you don't have something to fall back on, like religion, a belief in something that gives you strength to be able to cope with uh, life and death, you know? So I'm laying there flopping around back there, trying to sleep. It's past my bed. Well, it's my bedtime. I should be back there trying to sleep, but I had to get up because I just didn't want to lay there and just keep thinking of oblivion to death, right? I, this is a negative video, I know. It's inclined to just get up and just speak, get it out, you know? That's what's going on in my head. It's not positive, it's kind of reality. I mean, yeah, I'm going to try to enjoy my life while I'm here, while my loved ones are here, you know, my mom, her husband, my brother, my friends. But I still have this like alone feeling. And I know that when the time comes, every time I lose somebody, especially a loved one, it makes me feel more alone. And I already felt alone as it is because I am alone. You're born alone, you leave alone, right? And that's hard to deal with, man. And especially when you're used to using other things like alcohol and drugs to cope with the reality, okay? And I'm just here venting because I am clean and sober right now. I am not using anything to cope with my thoughts. I'm just coping with them naturally, and it's pretty real. It's pretty real, pretty damn real. What life is and death. Okay, and it seems like the longer I live, the more real it becomes, man. And it's just go back to the question: why the hell are any of us here? Still, that will probably be the question until the day I die. Probably until for the rest of us too. But uh, that's what's going on. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap this video up. Just wanted to get it out. If anybody watches it, that's what's going on with me tonight, May 28th, 2024. So I'm gonna go ahead and trains, planes, and automobiles, man, all the time. It is life, though, right? It's life. Oh, man. But other than my mind racing, thinking of reality, life, and death, I'm feeling pretty good. Um, things are going good. Uh, yeah, everything's going pretty good. So I'll still do my 1 week update, and that's in like 3 days, I think. So we're getting coming up to the 6 weeks no alcohol. Um, we're still not quite there yet, but this is just a little quickie I'm doing here because maybe it'll help me clear my mind a little bit, sharing it with you guys, my thoughts. I don't have my hands doing that, but it is, and it was. My thoughts on what's going on in my head right now. And I think between just being alone and, my loved ones are scattered pretty far away from me, and just knowing, I don't know, it's just a lot of things, man. The world that we're living in right now, how everything is, it's just, we're living in some really weird times, man, to be honest. I mean, like, that's not helping my thoughts. What's going on in the world right now, it's not helping my worries. It's making me worry more than I think I should be. The world we live in, okay? It's adding to it. I'm happy, but I do worry. I worry about the inevitable. I worry about just day to day life. Uh, I know I shouldn't be, but I do. My mind's racing, so I'm going to go ahead and lay back down. Hopefully, my thoughts will chill out and I can go back to sleep. Well, I didn't fall asleep yet, but maybe I'll be able to fall asleep. So I'll do an update in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, my 6 week video. And y'all take it easy. We'll catch you later.